All right, so we're continuing on now with our next slide. So the chorion attaches to the uterus. In ruminants, cows and ewes, the chorion develops cotyledons. They're raised buttons-like nodules that attach at certain places on the uterus called caruncles. So let's go back one more slide. These are the cotyledons and the caruncles. So right here. So that's what you're looking at on the placenta. In the mare and the sow, the placental attachment is made over most of the surface called the chorion. The fetus receives nourishment from its mother through these attachment sites. The placenta is the term given to the membrane, the chorion, and the uterine mucosa that surround the embryo and attaches to the fetus. So here is another picture of that. The umbilical cord is the structure that forms where the fetus communicates with the placenta. So there's a lot of blood vessels in there. Nourishment can go in, oxygen and stuff, and then waste is then taken out. So the umbilicus is the structure that forms on the abdominal wall where the umbilical cord was attached to the fetus. The placenta and the associated structures. The innermost membrane that envelops the fetus is the amnion, and there's amniotic fluid that is in that cavity. The innermost layer, the placenta, that forms a sac between itself and the amnion, is the allantosis, and the outermost layer of the placenta is the chorion. Pregnancy is the condition of having a developing fetus in the uterus and is the time period between conception and parturition. Parturition is the act of giving birth. So the pregnancy then is the gestation period, which I think right here we go. The gestation period is the development of the fetus in the uterus from conception to parturition, which is the act of giving birth, and is the term more commonly used in animals. So we don't say that in humans so much. It's a term used for animals, the gestation period, how long the animal is pregnant. Parturition then is the act of giving birth. I've said that a couple times. Parturition is divided into stages. So the first stage is dilation of the cervix. The second stage is the uterine contraction and delivery of the fetus. And then the third stage is the separation of the placenta from the uterus, and then that comes out of the female animal. And that concludes our lecture on reproduction. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If I went too fast, that's okay. You can go back and review some sections, and if you need to watch it again, you can do that as well. All right. Thanks again. Bye.